What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stranded Deep. Yep, you know what it is now. It's that time of the month. Right there. Update time. So this update actually came out on Sunday, and I was going to rush to put out a video, but I thought, what's the point? We are going to jump into the game, and I'm going to explain some of the changes that they've done. One thing I will show you right now. Toggle radial menus open, on or off. So if you hit the tab button with it off, your menu will open and then close upon releasing or holding the tab button. You hold tab, menu stays open. And as soon as you let go, the menu closes. Toggle radio, when you turn it to on, you hit the tab button, like you tap it, and the menu opens and stays open. And you hit tab again, and it closes the menu. So we're going to keep it the way it was before. Everything else has stayed the same, except for these two right here. Rotate the building left and right. So now you have the ability to rotate left and right, which really is going to come in handy for when we were doing the building around the boat and the storage container and everything else like that. No. Oh, wait. Do I want to? No. Everything's good. So we're going to jump into the game, and I'm going to show you guys something. Probably going to have to sleep through the night to be able to make it day, so I'm going to cut here quickly, and I'll bring you guys back when it's daytime, and we're going to take a peek at some of the new stuff that they have. I did an update video on Experimental Build 23. It's basically everything that was in that put into Stable Update 24, and a few extra little things. So give me a second to wait this out, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's pretty much getting to be morning now. And one other change they did. Inside here, you need to save the game at a shelter. So they put a little reminder in here for you. And then they proceeded to mess up a whole bunch of shit. So you can see here, this is my dock. Lovely. And remember this really awesome project we were working on about putting a container in between and a whole bunch of shit, and you know, there's my that's my lovely stairs, which they work awesomely. And you can see we take the hammer and can't do a damn thing with it. So this guy, we can go like this, and let's see if this still works, and go there. Don't need you anymore. One really good thing that they did is, okay, watch. I'm going to go over to furniture. Now, let's make it difficult. Let's go over to rafts and propulsion, and then go, okay, so I need those, and I need cloth, and I need lashing. Okay, so I got to get that. So I'm going to go run around here, and then as soon as I go back to go crafting, oh, man, they said that they actually remembered. That was a great big hoax. Awesome. That was going to be probably the best part of this update, is they said that they remembered the tab that you were on. So it was like, hey, I'm on rafts. All right, cool. So we're good there. And we go back into our crafting menu. Hey, look at that. We're actually not on the proper tab. Can I even just go to furniture? Okay. Wow, okay, it remembered the tab, but not for building. Okay, if I go to building, go to floors. Nope, not a damn thing. So that was a big lie. They said that what they were going to do is that the crafting menu would have a memory. And let's, well, see, I can't really try it out because I was going to make, here, I'll tell you what. Let's go in here. We are going to make a hammer, but this won't remember shit because this is the one that it defaults to. So we're going to make a hammer. We need this now because the mechanics for building has changed, which is why this all looks like shit. But what we're going to do, we're going to try here. We're going to do, not foundation, not those. Okay, why am I on foundations now? Okay, well, let me, if I go over to rafts. Okay, craft. Now, see, it put me back to foundations. See if I go over to walls and then exit out. Craft. Walls. Okay, so that's a bit of a start, but it won't remember that I'm over on rafts. Wow, it did. Holy shit. Okay, so there. That is one of the things that I was most excited for and was almost let down about. They are now remembering where you are when you get out of the crafting menu. Yeah, okay, so that is a good thing. Now, as for the building mechanics, like I said, you can see this is all wonky and weird and something is not right. So when you build something now, we're going to just make a straight up foundation. So you can see I can't build anything here because the game's dumb and thinks I live in space. There. So that's the new foundation. Delightful. So now what we got to do is 4, and there's 5, and there's 6, and there's 7, there's 8. Now we have 8 hits to be able to make our foundation. That is lovely because, you know, hitting a tree 8 times to get the 4 pieces of wood that it would take to do that is not enough. So now that when we build this, there's part of our ladder. Oh, and don't think that, oh, I can use this now. No, you can't half-ass it. So now you got to do this, and we can go, okay, there we go. Oh, no, hang on, wait, gotta make my floor. There you go. So that is a thing that they have added in so that you could, you know, get more ragerific, I guess you could say. But the reason why they've added this mechanic in is because they plan on implementing weather into this. So not just the sun and the rain and shit like that. Like they're going to have, what's the best way to put it? Like weather damage to your structures. So the way that you have this done in here, driftwood, wood, plank, corrugated, and steel, these are actually going to be different tiers of strength. So you have a driftwood, if, I don't know, it gets really windy and rainy or it's sunny and all that, it's going to dry out and start to break, or it's going to blow apart a bit when it's raining and that kind of shit. So then what you're going to have to do is go, oh no, my ceiling, it's got a leak. Now I'm going to go over and I'm going to repair it. So that is an interesting mechanic. I'm kind of curious to see where they take it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on it. Just for the sole fact that building in itself takes long enough as it is. For me to have to do this, like, see, I can't even get over here. I have to build this up. I want to show you guys what it's like for the wall. So same thing. You can see some of the little leaves went in there. There you go. So now it's all fully built up. Same thing with all the foundations. You got to do the whole thing like that there. Oh, there we go. And now we're stuck. So that is something that they've added in. So if you are in your existing world, you're going to need to get the hammer going again. Now, that goes for everything. Everything I built that was over here, it's the same thing. They've implemented the storage boxes now. So the storage boxes are currently available in new worlds. If you have an existing world, they're probably not going to generate. Even if we were to go over to an island that we had experienced before with the ship on it, you might find the item, but you're not going to find the storage containers. So that's a bit of a downside. The other thing is, as you can see, well, even though we've already been to these islands, they took out the discovery fog, which is the fog that you couldn't see shit. So there were no islands. Like if we hadn't seen that island, like when we first spawn in, you're going to be able to see the islands around you. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they went back to that. It's, I don't know, the discovery fog was kind of weird. You get used to it, so it wasn't really a breaking point for me. I don't really care, to be honest with you. What else have they changed here? Yes, one of the other things that they, and see, I'm kind of curious because I thought my world was normal, I guess you could say. But apparently there are those structures around. The sea fort structure thing, it's like an oil rig. They are apparently in the game. It's just I don't have one, so I was never able to find one. And apparently they are in the game still, because that's where they said that the cases will generate. The storage containers will be in the game around sea fort generation and new ship generation. The problem with this, guys, is we won't get it. Not in this world. So one of the things that irks me the most about this game is this here, where you've got to do this. And it hurts to do this. It really does. Because you see, we're on episode 23 of season 4. That's been a couple updates mixed in there as well. There you go. Yeah. New world is being created. Now, you're probably wondering, why, Chills? Why? Why? Oh my god, why? And, well, I like dying so much the first time I thought I'd do it again. Yeah. So that's what happens. We, crash our plane. I don't know, I should have killed the pilot, I think. And we're gonna start over again. So now you can see what I'm talking about. There's an island right there. There's one right there. There's one there. There's a big ass one over there. And we're gonna start over. But before I do, I want to get your guys' feedback. Do you want to continue in the world that we were in, or do you want the new update with all the new goodies, as it were? We're going to be starting over from scratch. Definitely have the ability to try to craft the, what do you call it? Oh my god. I can't, not craft, but get the storage containers and potentially find the stupid ass sea fort, wherever the hell that thing would be. It's not a guarantee that it's going to be here, but we have that ability. So you guys let me know down in the comments, do you want me to start a brand new series on this? I think it's something that probably is best for us to do, just for the sole fact that, not that I don't want to continue in the world that I'm in, but we just don't have all the stuff. So yeah, we'll have the updated mechanics, but we won't have the, well, I'm going to say the sea fort because I'm hoping we're going to be able to find it. We won't have any of the storage containers, so we won't be able to play around with those at all. And I don't know. I'm kind of at a toss-up right now, guys. Like, you gotta understand, I've been playing this game for over a year now. And been with them through a whole bunch of updates. And it's cool that they're kind of going back to where they were at the beginning. That's the other thing. They're going to try. I'm going to say try because I don't want to guarantee shit just based off of track record. They're going to try to put back in procedural generation, which would be awesome because then you have an unlimited world, basically. You can roam around and go to 100 different islands and, you know, gather up a ton of resources, which is great for a YouTuber because we can always go out and get more resources. That's the thing I've always had a bit of a downside playing in a limited world where you've only got 25 islands. Eventually you run out of shit. And it's like, especially now, if they're going to go to a weather system where if you have low tier stuff, your shit's going to break and then you're going to need more wood to fix it. Or if you're trying to make the higher tier stuff, where do you find all the steel? And that was the other thing in the world I was in just prior to this one. 25 islands, not one piece of steel. So, you know, maybe I should have a furnace so I could take all the fucking buckets I find and smelt them down into my own steel, because I find 2 buckets and 2 tarps on every single island. You know, it's hard to be mad at these guys because they are listening to the feedback of the community, which is amazing. But in the same breath, every time a new update comes out, I gotta restart. And it's like, it's annoying as shit because you want to play with the new update. You don't want to be playing on the old game with old mechanics and old stuff. So it's like, well, I gotta bite the bullet and I gotta start over again. And this will be now season number 5. And it's the 5th time I've restarted. I think maybe even more because I did the experimental worlds and everything like that. Get that damn rock out of my face, you moron. I don't know. So let's go over and check out this boat here. They've added a couple new designs for the... They have a small locker, a large locker, and then they have the control or something. Oops. And I really wish they would fix that too. Don't put shit in my face. Alright, so we got a useless torch. Refined hammer is good. So pick up that whole thing there. I really wish they would change that. Anything else? Yeah, this thing. See, they've got a new design on it. It's called the console. Looks like it's in mint condition, never been touched. And we got a tarp, which I believe now is almost 100% useless. With the exception of, using it as a wall or some crap like that. But you use the cloth now to make the sail for your boat. So I am a little frustrated in the whole thing of having to restart. Seriously, stop it. The other thing that they've done is the fibrous leaves. They've now increased the stack size again. I'm not entirely sure what the stack size is. So we're going to just build up a quick... Wait a minute. Do I... No, it was a refined hammer. So if I go into here, go over to a stone tool, craft that, and I'm going to need lashing, am I not? Crude axe, yeah, I'm going to need those. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm going to grab the lashing, and I'll bring it right back. Okay, guys, we're back, and if you look in the inventory, it now stacks to 24. It used to be 8, so that's pretty cool. We're going to go right in here. Yep, lashing. Give me one of those. And, oh, wrong thing. There you go. You think I'd know by now. And there you go. Now give me the axe. Cool. And thanks for putting useless shit in my hand. And this is the other thing I don't like. Is now when I switch back to my hand. Okay, thank God. It wasn't stacking them before. And now they're doing it. Except for the sticks for some reason. But whatever. So now we got a crude axe. And, oh yeah, I was over here for a reason. We got our 2 buckets as per our norm. Can't have an island without 2 buckets. Come on now. I haven't seen anything else as I've been running around. Just the typical 2 tarps and a whole shitload of rocks. And we're back at our boat. So, also what I'd like to know from you guys is what kind of things would you like to see me try? One thing I'd like to see me try is to find a stupid-ass sea fort somewhere. I think that's the little island we came from. So let's go over to... No, that's small. That looks semi-big. We'll head over this way here. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess with games that are in early access for 2 years, you sometimes have to restart. And that was my big rant, and I'm not going to go into it again, but that was my big thing, is like something that's been around for as long as this has. You think by now there would be some form of a stable version that it's like, alright guys, the base game stays the same. So all you need to do is go into your world, do one thing, and all your shit is there. You don't have to worry about restarting, you don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah, they just keep changing the game, and I don't know where they're headed with it. It seems like they have a direction now, finally, that they're heading towards, and I'm not even looking for endgame. Like, I don't give a shit what happens. It's like, oh yeah, you can craft an airplane and fly away, and that's the end of the game. I don't really give a damn about that. It's the... Think of what we could have done. If you go back and look at all my playlists for Stranded Deep, it's got to be over 100 episodes by now. You figure, with all that, where do you think we would be if we had one world with the procedural generation, so somewhat unlimited resources, with the exception of having to go and get them all? Where do you think it would be? You know, how big do you think our house would be? How big do you think our boat would be? that's the kind of crazy shit that I like to get into, is like, can we do a 25 by 25 boat and have it still float? In this, I can't do it because 25 islands, you run out of trees very quickly, especially the way I build. You saw that last thing that we built, we 160 pieces of wood in one episode. So, I mean, it doesn't take long for me to go through, and you start breaking that down, that's like, 20 trees to get that kind of wood. But I just want to check out one last island with you guys, and I'm going to call the episode. So this is sort of like an update video / start of the new season, maybe. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Tell me whether or not you want me to continue where we were and just go, you know what, who gives a damn about the stupid things, we don't need them. Or do you want to start over, and then hopefully we can find the maybe it's around us. Do you see it anywhere? I see a bunch of freaking trees. The sea fort would be really cool. I'd like to build a base on the sea fort, if that's even possible. I know back in the day it used to be able to place structures on it. I don't know whether or not it's been eliminated. I just haven't had the ability to be able to find any of the damn things. So, but I think that's gonna do it, guys. There's not much else here. I'll put there's a link to the game in the description down below. You can go there and they'll have the latest changelog underneath all the information about the game there, so you can check out the entire changelog there. There's a few little bug fixes as well that put into the game as well, and let me know what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna bother touching anything else. I'll cut down actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut down a palm tree, possibly two, so I can build myself one of the little shelters, save the game, and we're gonna take off from there. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this update video. Sorry if it sounded like I'm a little disheartened. I kinda am, not gonna lie. It's you put a lot of work into a game and there it goes, it's all gone. Doesn't mean we can't do it again. It's just, it's rough when you gotta consistently redo everything every time they come out with another stable update. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you already know what to do with that like button. Show me some love, because this really hurts. And if you haven't hit the sub button yet, make sure you do that before you go, and check out my new website, www.chills504.ca. Take care.
Very simple.